Well, the day is officially here. The Raiders' 2025 NFL schedule is officially out. We now know who the Raiders are going to be playing and when they're going to be playing them. So let's go ahead and check it out, starting at week number 1. The Raiders visiting the New England Patriots in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium, opening up the 2025 season, the same place that Raiders minority owner Tom Brady made so special. The week right after that, the Raiders come back home to Allegiant Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Chargers on Monday night, renewing a rivalry between Coach Harbaugh and Coach Pete Carroll. That's going to be Carroll's first game at Allegiant Stadium, along with Ashton Genty. Now fast forward to week 8. That's going to be the bye week for the Silver and Black. A pair of weeks later in week 10, Thursday Night Football up in Denver, taking on the Broncos at Mile High. Then the very next week, week 11, back home at Allegiant Stadium, the Dallas Cowboys and Raiders going to battle underneath the Monday night lights for Monday Night Football. Then week 15, another date of note, the Raiders travel to Philadelphia to take on the defending Super Bowl champions in the Eagles on the road. And finally, in week 18, the Raiders welcome Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City Chiefs into Allegiant Stadium to round out their season. For initial reactions to the Raiders' 2025 schedule, here's Raiders beat writer Vinny Bonsignore.
The NFL loves storylines, right? Look who they're opening it up with at the New England Patriots. Who happens to be their offensive coordinator? Josh McDaniels, that's right, the former Raiders coach who lasted less than 2 seasons with the Raiders. He's now the offensive coordinator of the New England Patriots. So a reunion with their old head coach, and there's a lot of players on this Raiders team that played for Josh McDaniels. And oh, by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but Pete Carroll, the new Raiders coach, used to be the coach of the New England Patriots back in the day. He was there for 3 years. How about Jim Harbaugh and Pete Carroll, the old rivals going all the way back to their Stanford USC days, and obviously carrying into the NFL, the NFC West with the San Francisco 49ers, where Harbaugh was the coach, and Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks. They were knocking heads, trying to reign supreme in the NFC West and the NFC playoff games, massive, games in their division. They're squaring off on Monday Night Football in the Raiders season opener at Allegiant Stadium in week 2. So right off the bat, some big storylines there. This is a new offense, a new quarterback, a new head coach. There's a lot that the Raiders are going to be learning as it goes along. So I think earlier in the season, maybe before they're able to settle in as a roster, before they're able to settle in with Chip Kelly as their offensive coach, maybe that's a little bit more difficult, to navigate. But then on the back end of it, you've got the trip to, was it Houston and then Philadelphia? They catch a little bit of a break. They finish up at home. So if they're playing really important games down the stretch, which some people actually think that might happen, their last 2 games of the season, including the season-ending game against the Kansas City Chiefs, are at home. And by the way, they play the New York Giants the week before that. So wherever the Giants are, that might be a little bit of a break. If the Raiders need a big win down the stretch, being able to play the New York Giants, not so good of a team, before they play the Kansas City Chiefs, and maybe that's an important game. We'll see how that all plays out, but at the very least, they end the season with 2 games at home. That could be a pretty big deal for them.
Now for a full schedule breakdown, make sure to head to VegasNation.com.